Amen. Going platinum with this anthem for the AM. My voice is not the best, as you can already hear today. Last week, Las Vegas, Nevada, for the entire week, Sunday through Friday, and lots of conversations, lots of connections, lots of relationships. I was at this event called the NADA Conference, National Automobile Dealer Association event, and yeah, kind of my voice is like a little raspy still. I got to really like push to project. And so on today's show, they say in the world of social media, content creation, so on and so forth, they say that the video quality is not as important as the audio quality. People are listening in their headphones, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So you want like good audio. The video, not so much. Well, today, based on just how my voice is, I'm just going to suggest that you judge me on my video quality instead of my audio quality. Like, we don't mind, because the audio quality is going to be a little raspy. This is what you're going to get. If it hurts your ears, my bad. Come back tomorrow. Maybe it'll be better. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is, hold on, I got to get in here so I can see you. There we go. Whoa. Oh, Facebook's doing that thing. You guys need to tag your friends. Tag your friends. Facebook's doing that thing where nobody can find it already. I can always tell in the first 2 minutes if Facebook's doing their thing. So make sure you tag your friends, people that you're used to seeing on the air, people that watch replay. Tag your friends. Go ahead and tag them right out the gate. Help everybody find this room so we can get up in here today. Today is Tuesday. That's right. Taco Tuesday. Super excited. Every Tuesday we have tacos over at Grandma's house. So tonight, what's up, Kurt McFarland? Great to see you. Tonight, me and my wife and my kids, and we'll go to Grandma's house, Grandma and Grandpa. Grandpa will make us some tacos. We'll hang out. We'll watch Jeopardy. I know it sounds old. And Wheel of Fortune, I think, is what they'll have on the TV. And we'll have a really good night. It's actually supposed to be a lot warmer here in Lexington, Kentucky today, so I'm super excited about that. But today is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. February 10th, 2026. Now, I want you to think about that real quick. That means we are already 41 days into the new year. 41 days into 2026. It seems like it was just yesterday we were turning the corner, right? It seemed like just yesterday. Is Heather Parody here this morning? She's not normally on this early. Day 41 of the new year. And it's also 678 days, 678 days until my 50th birthday. Can you believe that? I will be 50 years old in 678 days. Sometimes that's hard for me. That's a hard pill for me to swallow, in the sense that not that I don't want to be older. I actually look forward to 50 plus. I look forward to my 60s. I feel like the 60s is really where you get a chance to hit your stride. You know who you are. You've got some wisdom and experience, hopefully a little bit of money. You've made pretty much all of the big mistakes that you're going to make. You know what I'm saying? The life-shattering ones. What's up, Susan? Great to see you. But 678 days just doesn't seem like enough time. How you doing, Elodie? Great. I'm so glad you made it from the winning room. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're here. it just doesn't seem like enough time. Like, bro, I got stuff to do, right? I made a promise to my wife that on my 50th birthday, if she would support and back me up and just go with me as I go through, entrepreneurship and all the crazy things, that if she'll back me up on my 50th birthday, she gets to choose what life looks like for us moving forward. And that means we got to be in a financial position to, if she decides that she wants her and I to just sit on the couch for the next 50 years, we got to be in a financial position to be able to do that. If she wants to go get 2,000 acres in Montana, we got to be in a position to be able to do that. So I got a lot to do, man. I got a lot to do. So 678 days until my 50th birthday. I know it doesn't mean as much to you, but it does mean something to me. This is also the week right after NADA. All right, this is the week right after NADA, the National Automobile Dealer Association meeting, where over 30,000 people in the auto industry were gathered last week to connect, to build relationships, to learn, to solve problems, and to try and predict the future. This is why my voice is so raspy today, right? Now, at this particular event, there was just amazing human beings from all over the planet. I met people from Canada. I met people from India. I met people from Russia and Kazakhstan, or Kazakhstan, however you say it. People from Dubai, like people just from all over the planet were there. It was an amazing, amazing event. Also, it was an event where myself and my colleague, Sam Cox, were both asked to speak. I think we were probably the only company that had two speakers asked to speak on the stage here at 800%.life. And so Sam and I were both asked to speak. For Sam, it was his first time on any stage ever. He had never spoken on any stage. For me, I'd been on plenty of stages, but it was my first time ever speaking at NADA. And it was an epic experience. It really was. It was an epic experience that I will remember for a lifetime. And it was also an experience that came with many lessons, some of which I will share with you throughout the week this week. I shared some yesterday, and I will share some more throughout the week this week. But before we go too far, you know what we got to do on this show? We got to do some dancing, all right? We got to do some dancing. Yeah, that'll work for this morning. That'll work. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that know, yeah, come on. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Can you hear me over the music? So like the mic's just barely going over. There we go. This is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching it on replay, just say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. Is that cool? Trisha Rue, good morning. Great to see you. Tony Thorstad, good morning. Thank you for being here. Wes Storm is in the building. Thanks for being here, Wes Storm. Toomba Cool is in the building. What's up, Toomba? How you doing? Sarah Green, thank you so much for being here. Russell Hill is in the building. Christina Howard is in the building. Mike Larkin is in the building. Renee Hayes is in the building today. Trien, how you doing, Trien? Thank you for being here. Tara Hope, thanks for being here this morning. Malika Carey is in the building. Melvin Rodriguez is in the building. Miss Liza Myers-Borges is in the building. She was also at NADA. Robin Wilshans is in the building. That's right, Taco Tuesday. Dana Fishbein is in the building. Thanks for being here, Dana. Renee Hayes is in the building. Patricia Frudenberg is in the building. Luis Grafton Nonis is in the building. Michael Barrett, what's up, Michael? Great seeing you. Sunny Cedillo. How you doing, Sunny Cedillo? Thanks for being here today. Jody Tibbs is in the building. How you doing, Jody Tibbs? Thanks for being here. Tanya Robinson is up in here. Kimberly Hatfield is here this morning. Marla Michelle. What's up, Marla Michelle? Thanks for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And so many of you that watch on replay, all my replay watchers, thank you so much for being here. 95% of the people that watch this show on replay. Nathaniel Banks is in the gym crushing it already. Bugsy Stidham, my guy, is in the building this morning. Bugsy, you and I got to jump on a call today. I'm calling you later. I expect you to pick up. All right? You and I got to jump on a call today. About 95% of the people that watch this show on replay. Here's the thing about replay, though. If you're watching the show on replay, I don't necessarily know that you're here. I can see when people pop into the live, but I can't see when people jump into a replay. And so the best thing that you can do for me, for those of you that are watching on replay, is just drop a good morning in the comments, and then I'll see it. I'll go back later today, and I'll be like, yo, so-and-so, Kathy dropped by, Heather dropped by, Migliaccio dropped by, Josh, which I can't really, my voice is out, so I can't do it, dropped by. Like, if you're listening right now on replay, drop a comment so that I know you dropped by. And then for those of you that are here with me live, it is such an honor and a privilege to be able to start my day with you every day, Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. I know that's very early Eastern. It's even earlier for Central. It's ridiculously early for those of you that are over on the West Coast. And so I don't expect to see a whole lot of West Coasters in here live in the morning. I'm assuming you guys would be better off watching on replay. But for those of you that do watch live, it means the world to me. We've been doing this show for 8 years now. We started in January of 2018. The impact that it's made, the way that it's traveled around the world, the Morning Five that we put together because of this show. We put together the Morning Five. People are doing the Morning Five all over this planet. Man, I heard some crazy things when I was at NADA that I had no idea. Like, no idea were happening. I mean, I'm here to tell you, like, when you just decide to commit and do things, you don't understand the impact. You don't understand the ripple effect. When I was at NADA, what's up, Toomba? When I was at NADA last week, I had a guy from London. He's a automotive social media influencer. Lives in London. He's got team members here in the United States. And he said to me that every time he gets a new client, which he currently has just over 100 dealerships that he works with, every time he gets a new client, the very first step of their onboarding program is he sends them a copy of the legacy titles. He goes on to Amazon, he grabs a copy of the legacy titles, and this is the first thing that he does with every client. And I've never even met this guy until last week. But this is the first thing he gives to every client. And then he talks to him about the very first legacy title, which the very first legacy title is the Morning Five. Five simple things that you can do to completely transform your life, right? And so there are people out there teaching the Morning Five all around the world. And it all just started with this show, right? Started with this show. And so, listen, I am so grateful. Like, I would not have continued to show up if you weren't showing up, just so you know. Like, if you guys weren't here, I'd just be a dude in a room. They'd probably have me in like a rubber suit at this point. Like, whatever that suit is, a rubber room in a straitjacket. They'd think I was crazy. But because you're here, we've been able to make a massive effect. Connections that have been made, relationships that have developed, nonprofits that have been launched, marriages. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. So thank you so much for joining me live. When I'm not live, make sure that you join our 800%.life Facebook group. This is where you can continue to get motivation, education, and inspiration throughout the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also, this is where we're going to be announcing things that we have going on with 800%.life. We have live events that are going to be happening all around the world that we want you to be a part of. We'll be announcing those things there. We also have, resources. You can download the Morning Five Simple Steps to an Extraordinary Life. You can download it for free. We have the free ebook that you can download. You can get the audio book for like $2, just so on and so forth. So make sure you join our Facebook group, 800%.life. We'd really love for you to be there. Now, quick announcement that you might not know about that I want to make sure that you do know about. If you are in leadership of any kind, if you are in leadership for a business, for your business, maybe you work for yourself, maybe you work for someone else. If you are in leadership or you have people that you lead that are in leadership, we have a free, completely free 2-day workshop that will be happening right here in Lexington, Kentucky. This is our 2026 Leadership Accelerator Workshop. 2026 Leadership Accelerator Workshop. Now, this will be held March 17th and 18th right here in my offices in Lexington, Kentucky. March 17th and 18th, my offices, Lexington, Kentucky. This is pointed towards leaders. So we come from the auto industry. So an example of leaders in our industry would be sales managers, finance managers, general sales managers, BDC managers, like that whole mid-level management. That is what this particular workshop is aimed at. So if you are in some sort of mid-level management position, or ultimately you lead people that are in a mid-level management position, I would just, like, this is an incredible opportunity for you to get your people in this environment. I'll bring the Glenn Lundy, I'll bring the Glenergy that I always bring, and we will pour into these people on a level you've never seen before. And it's completely free. Now, you might need to invest in them traveling here and staying in a hotel. I'm not paying for all that. But as far as the 2-day workshop, it's on the house. I'll take care of it. We've made a commitment this year to just simply serve as many people as we humanly can. And so typically we charge thousands of dollars for events like this. This one's on me. So if you are in a leadership position, all you got to do is go to 800%.life, go to 800%.life, click on events, and register so that we know you're coming. 800%.life, click on events, register so that you know we're coming, or register your people that you're going to be sending. 2 days. I'll be teaching. Sam Cox, my guy Sam, who was also a speaker at NADA last week, he'll be teaching, and Evan Walters will be teaching as well. All right, cool. Send your folks. It's going to be awesome. Now, we're going to dive in, and I'm just going to share a couple more lessons from NADA this week. Yes, come on, Kurt. I would love to see you, man. Let's go. I'm going to share another lesson or two from NADA, but before I do, when I write this show every morning, how you doing, Sammy Knight? When I write this show every morning, I literally just, I take my Remarkable that I've got right here, and I write the words good morning. And then I just kind of allow God to flow through me is the way it feels, right? Like it's more of like I'm channeling through, not necessarily coming from me, but it's things that are on my heart, so on and so forth. And every once in a while I write poems. I know it's not real, masculine or manly, and I don't have a lot of time to edit these types of things or whatever. I just kind of write, and it just flows out. And so this morning, there was a poem that I wrote, and it's always a little, like, I don't care to go live and go on stages, but when it comes to things like poems and whatnot, it's always a little tighter. So I'm just going to read it for you real quick, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. All right, here it is. Unique by Glenn Lundy. There's only one difference between me and you. It's not height nor or skin, circumstances or whatnot. No. The only difference between me and you is the choices we make, what we choose to do. With the cards that we're dealt, there's no rhyme or no reason, at least that we know of, not in this season of life that we've been given. We're born, then we die. What we do in between, it's a choice, not predestined swords of destiny thrown around like a weapon. You should be ashamed, or you shouldn't. You choose. Because in the end, that's the only difference between me and you. You see, I choose joy. I choose life. I choose magic and splendor. I choose to be unique. Just like you. So check it out. There's an important thing that I learned last week at NADA. You know, it's interesting because most tech, right? Most tech has your early adapters. You have those that jump in kind of early into the game. And then you have your like bandwagon people that come next, right? You've got early adapters, then it takes a little while. Then you got the wagoners that jump on. And then after the bandwagoners that all jump on to, to the tech, then at some point you've got the slackers, right? Those that come late to the party. And what's interesting is this AI thing, it has reached like dang near slacker level already. Like so fast. Like I've never seen anything like it. We are by far in a complete and utter humanity shift. Not just in cars, not just in auto, but life as we know it is soon to become a distant memory. So listen, if you want to play in the future, if you want to benefit in the future, if you want to elevate in the future, then I need you to dive into this AI thing. For real. I told you guys this years ago, but after being at NADA last week and seeing it's crazy, dude. The tools that are out, the hype behind it, the people like jumping on board, understanding that, hey, it's all about principles and philosophies of business. It's not necessarily the tool or the widget. It's what is possible today is unlike anything before. I don't know if any of you watched the Super Bowl. Check out, this was one of the commercials from the Super Bowl that I thought was freaking hilarious, that they use a lot of AI. Check this out.
How do I communicate better with my mom?
Great question. Improved communication with your mom can bring you closer. Here are some techniques you can try. Start by listening. Really hear what she's trying to say underneath her words. Build conversation from points of agreement. Find a connection through shared activity, perhaps a nature walk. Or if the relationship can't be fixed, find emotional connection with other older women on Golden Encounters, the mature dating site that connects sensitive cubs with roaring cougars.
What?
Would you like me to create your profile?
What's the difference between me and you? Me and you, me and you.
Let's go. Connect sensitive cubs with roaring cougars. Freaking hilarious, right? Oh my goodness, dude. The world, humanity, shifting right in front of us. this ad thing that's going to be happening. ChatGPT has announced that they're going to be running ads that will be relevant to the types of things that you're having conversations about. In all fairness, there are no zero multi-billion-dollar organizations that don't run ads. Like, you are the product. Like, you got to understand that. So some, people are trying to raise a stink and like, how can they run ads? And it's such a personal space and so on and so forth. But dude, like, that is the model. That is how it works. And so what they're saying is, when you're in your chat GPT, if you're talking about something relevant, it's got nothing to do with rank. It's got nothing to do with, you can't buy your way to the top. But if you're talking about, dogs, or asking questions about which dog you should get for your life, it's going to pop something up that says, hey, here's where you can go buy a dog, right? Like, so these things are coming, man, and they're coming fast. And this AI world is filled with opportunity. And while I was out there last week, it was just like, holy smokes, this is moving so fast, dude. So fast. Like, I always like to be an early adapter. We were on this show 3 years ago. I was teaching you guys about AI on this show right here. You can go back, go on YouTube, look up the old videos. You don't believe me. 3 years ago, I was teaching you guys. I was like, look, check this out. You can do this tool. You can do this. You can transform this, right? I like to be an early adapter. I'm not the sluggard. I'm not the one that comes to the party late whatsoever. But something has accelerated massively in the last 6 to 12 months where I'm feeling like a slacker, even though at one point I was an early adapter. And so I thought it was important that I share this with you. Check out this. Here's a video of this came out about 5 days ago. They did something in Canada that was pretty crazy. I think it was in Canada. Check this out.
It seemed like a normal news report until the end.
Because I'm not real.
Last night, UK audiences watching a show about AI taking jobs, stunned to learn that was happening in front of their eyes.
In a British TV first, I'm actually an AI presenter. I wasn't on location reporting this story. My image and voice were generated using AI.
Before that point, the documentary had shown the host reporting in multiple settings, explaining it was part of a deliberate on-screen stunt to show just how convincing artificial intelligence has become. The dramatic reveal, just the latest demonstration of AI's growing influence.
3 seasons and a podcast.
Last month, Hollywood responding to the debut of a 100% AI-generated actress, Tilly Norwood.
You are suddenly up against something that's been generated with 5,000 other actors.
But fears of AI's growth going beyond the screen, with many American workers worried about the very question posed in that documentary.
So we want to find out, will AI take your job?
One major AI company, Anthropic, has said the technology could eliminate up to 50% of entry-level jobs as it improves.
At some point, we're going to get to AI systems that are better than almost all humans at almost all tasks.
But many saying the technology also creates jobs, and a recent study showing that benchmark app ChatGPT has not upended the labor market. But during the massive growth of AI, a reminder of just how realistic it's becoming.
And guys, just to put into perspective how advanced this technology already is, the network says the host was created without a single frame of real-world filming, making a completely digital human that capable of delivering a nuanced on-camera performance. We're in the early innings of what's going to be some big changes.
Scary. That's why when we flub.
Scary, says the newscaster that just watched himself being replaced by the AI newscaster. Yeah, that's scary, bro. That's scary. If you're in that slackered category, this is some scary stuff. If you are one of those early adapters, if you're in the early adapter category, this is absolutely incredible. I was telling my wife about the Atlas robot, or the Optimus robot that Tesla's shifted over and getting ready to make. And my wife looked at me and she said, I just want you to know there will not be any robots in this house. That's what my wife said to me. There will not be any robots in this house. I said, okay, honey, do you want me to get rid of the ones that are already here? Like the Roomba, the little Roomba robot that we have that vacuums the floor, right? Do you want me to get rid of that one? Or the little Alexa devices that tell stories to our kids at night? You want me to get rid of those little robots? Or what about the robots that ultimately determine the ring camera systems and the motion sensors and et cetera, et cetera? I'm teasing because I know exactly what my wife is saying. My wife is a very traditional person, very conservative person. Totally get it. But what I'm trying to help you guys all understand is, bro, this stuff isn't coming. This stuff is here. This isn't the future. This isn't down the road. This isn't some 10-year, plan that you don't have to think about today. You need to actively be participating in this world, in this field, in this area, so that you can understand the principles behind it and where the opportunities might lie in your ability to elevate your voice. In that poem I talked about, should, shouldn't, shame, not shame. You choose. You choose how you want to take this particular season. But here's what I'm here to tell you. If there's anything on your heart, if there's any desire in your heart to make an impact on this planet, if there's any desire in your heart to be able to walk through seas of people like I did last week and have people come up to you and say, hey, I just want you to know this is doing this. This thing that you did has done this in my life. My wife and I have lost this much weight. My family and I now do gratitudes together. My business has grown 300%. Like, if any of these things are a desire of yours to go out and make an impact, which my guess is, if you're watching this show, it's probably a desire of yours, because you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God, I believe the meaning of life is for us to go, is the impact we have on others. I believe that's the meaning of life, right? The positive impact we can have on other people's lives. And so if that's you, this AI stuff, like it, don't like it, robot, not robot, tech, whatever, this AI stuff is your opportunity to elevate your voice, to expand your mission, to increase the reach of your impact. When you match AI with biblical truths, the Bible says that we are supposed to live in a way that it impacts 2 generations. So like your grandkids should ultimately be positively influenced by the life that you live. AI allows you to do this at scale. AI allows you to go beyond. You can break language barriers. You can break global, like geographical barriers. You can produce content faster than you've ever been able to produce it before. You can put together books. You can put together writings. You can put together shows. You can put together poems. You can put together music. You can build businesses. You can create patents and tools and technology. Like, what a gift. What a gift we've all been given. If you jump on it, and jump on it now. My biggest lesson for you today that I took away from NADA is that we are almost already to slackard stage in the world of AI. I need you to come join me. Like, the world needs more you. That's why in the title of this show I wrote this morning, it's just me and you, bro. I don't know what other people are going to do. I don't know. But I know you and I have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to not look at these things and leave them over on the shelf, but we have a responsibility to understand that humanity is shifting in a powerful way. And we want to be a part of the shift. so that we can continue to go out and shine a light, so that we can shine a light into dark places. Does that sound fair? This is your call to arms. Let's go. 17 minutes a day is all it takes. 17 minutes a day. If you do anything for 17 minutes a day, in 1 year, you will be more proficient than 95% of the human population in that one thing. 17 minutes a day. All right, you got this. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm also going to jump on Clubhouse so we can chat a little bit over there as well. If you want to join us on Clubhouse, I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again right here on #RiseAndGrind. Have a great day. Peace.